What's going on, YouTube? All right, we're not clickbaiting you. I'm not gonna make you wait to the end of the video to find out what I'm talking about in the title. What finally happened is this, dumbbells. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, or at least since I started putting the lifted gym together, we've had most of this equipment for a few months, but the dumbbells have been extremely difficult to find. There was tons of like old rusty metal ones on there, and I even considered doing the metal ones because I like the old school bodybuilding dumbbell, the metal ones. But the problem is there's concrete floors underneath these rubber mats, and even though there's, they should protect it, I don't want to take the chance to drop in a 150-pound metal dumbbell on here and cracking the concrete. So finally found these. I worked out at Lifetime Fitness for a good part of, I would say, the first like 3-4 years of my fitness journey. And so this is what they had there, and I always loved these dumbbells, these iron grip ones. And I actually found these from a guy that had them when I bought a lot of our hammer strength stuff, but he didn't really want to sell them. He was way too high on price, and I was just patient. Kept working on other options, trying to find something, but keeping these in the back of my mind, and eventually he finally worked out. So the only thing we got to get now is some racks to put them on, which is much easier to do than to find the dumbbells themselves. We got 5s through 100s.
Where the 120s at, bro?
We got to get, so that's the thing, I want to go
200 lightweight.
200-pound dumbbells would be pretty insane, and they're extremely expensive.
Oh, I bet.
It's actually more money for, if you're going by 5-pound increments, for the 105s to like 150s than it is for 5 all the way up to 100.
That's weird.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
just
crazy.
Because of the weight and the materials. So yeah, I wanted to show you guys that first at the beginning of the video in case you felt like we were clickbaiting.
Just a little bit.
You guys saw we hung the flag. We finally fixed it. We had a ton of people that reached out and said, hey, you guys hung it backwards. But here, come here, I'll show you something. So I know because of the 3 rings at the top, it was supposed to be, for a flag pole or something, because that's how it was made. But when we had it the other way, there was no tag on the back. So whatever. Even Taylor knew it was correct. I didn't know. And I felt terrible because I didn't mean to be disrespectful in any way. But then I had so many people tell me that it was backwards. We had to get that fixed. So boat's still in here. That should be out of here soon. I know what I want to show them. And I'm going to tell you a little bit of the story. I've already moved it into my office because that's where I'm going to keep it. Follow me in there. I'm going to show you when we get in there. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you guys. I'm super excited about this. This is one of the coolest things I've ever gotten. There's actually a company 2 doors down that makes these signs out of metal. You can have different, logos and stuff like that made out of metal. And I thought how cool that would be to have that made for lifted. Well, little did I know, 2 days later, I'm in the back of the warehouse, and they drop all of our inventory and big shipments off in the back of the warehouse. And UPS shows up, and I was like, I wasn't expecting anything today. I don't know what this is. And it's this huge, heavy wooden box. And so I open it up, and there's a letter in there that says, please read first. And this is still covered up. So I read the letter, and he actually already gave me permission, because I've talked to him since then, to say his name's Ryan. And he wrote me this letter about how he's been watching my videos, listening to the podcast, different things over, the past period of time, and things that he's taken from it and things he's applying to his life. And I'm not going to get, I don't have his permission to get too detailed, so I'm not going to tell you all that kind of stuff. But number one, the letter meant a lot, okay? So I'm already pretty excited. I'm feeling good about the fact that, the work that goes into creating the content, that the whole goal is to help people, that there are people that are actually finding value and being helped by it. So then I open up this package, and it is this. And it is seriously one of the coolest gifts I think I've ever gotten. It has our big, company logo up top, and then it has our Lifted Warrior slogan. It says, Lifted Warrior is an individual who is strong enough to work on their own weaknesses while lifting up others. And then it says, get lifted, stay lifted at the bottom. And what's really cool is that little get lifted, stay lifted. What's the line called that goes in the middle? There's an actual name.
I know what you're talking about though.
You know what I'm talking about? You guys know what I'm talking about.
People.
I don't know the name of it.
People use it in their bios and stuff.
Yeah. So I did that one time on a post, and I was like, hey, that looks pretty cool. And so now I do it all the time, and there it is. That's so cool, you know? So
it pays attention to those details, man.
You know, is this like the actual, you know, material item itself really cool? Yes, that's awesome. It means a lot. But what meant even more to me was what he wrote in his letter, and he actually made a little video too. And so what we're doing is I've invited him to come out here, and he's going to come out, and I'm going to sit down with him, go through everything in his letter, and I'm going to help him in any way that I can. So that's what we're all about here, and that was pretty awesome. More exciting than sales, more exciting than anything else. When you see that there's been an impact made in someone's life in a positive way, and now they're doing something with it, it's pretty awesome. All right, so I just got done taking my natural fat burner. If you don't know what this is yet, you watched the video before. This is our fat burner, but instead of putting stimulants in it, it's just natural ingredients. So that way, you get the boosted metabolism. It helps you burn fat, but doesn't give you the unwanted stimulants, making you all jittery and stuff. But I've been mixing it up. It says on there to take it both times with food, and the reason why we say that is because it's easier on your stomach when you take it with food. But I've been taking fat burners for a while, and so what I've been doing is taking one of my servings with food, and then the other one I've been doing right before my workouts or right before my fasted. And I like that. It's a little rough on my stomach, but I'm used to it, and I've been liking the effects. You can see Kieran left his Mike and Ike's. So Nick leaves his bottle in there. Kieran leaves his...
People just leave shit around here.
Yeah, and it's just, I got a bunch of kids running around that dad's got to clean up after. So I'm going to walk you guys through the ab workout that I'm doing right now for my shred. I mix it up through the shred so you don't plateau, but I'm going to show you the exercises I'm doing for it right now. Can we multitask and talk about the new products while we're walking in there?
Let's do it.
Can we do that? And walk backwards. Here, you walk forwards, I'll walk backwards.
Awesome.
Make sure the keys are in that. Don't shut that yet.
Shut it?
No, we're good. So here's a little inside random detail in the lifted warehouse. This door, for whatever reason, this handle remains locked at all times. Like there's no way to unlock it. So whoever had this space before, for whatever reason, because there's a separate entrance here, never wanted people in there. And so we have to always make sure my keys are in here and that we don't lock the door, otherwise we're stuck. But I put this on my Instagram a few days ago, I can't tell you guys what the products are yet, but we have 2 new supplement products that are coming out that'll be added to our line. Hopefully, label design should be done today or tomorrow. Formulation was done last week. Then after the designs are done, they got to go to our label printer and then be sent to the manufacturer. If I had to ballpark it, I would say that they're in stock by the end of the month. And then we'll give that another 6 months of room just in case, because that's how it usually goes. But I'm really, really excited about those products. They're gonna be something I'm gonna be using every day, because one thing that I'm doing now, it's like, yeah, you have your certain staples that you have to have for supplements, right? Like a pre-workout, BCAAs, fat burner, protein. But then I started looking at like, okay, what are things in the general health category that would solve problems in my life? Like, what do I genuinely think will actually improve my health and the quality of my life? And so that's when we came out with the greens. And the greens have now become our best-selling product. And so now I'm adding 2 more general health products that both will solve problems in my life. And I will share those with you when it's time. It's not time yet. So first, let's jump into this ab workout. Make sure you're nice and warmed up, whether you do a little bit of cardio, whatever you're gonna do. And then I'm gonna walk you through. Let's just do the first one. Let's start with some decline crunches on the decline bench press. So, because this is an ab video, and even though my abs are not where I want them to be yet, that's why we're doing these workouts. We're gonna do this shirtless.
Plus, you're not gonna get your shirt all sweaty like last time, remember?
That's true.
Gotta hang it up.
I'm still gonna use the meathead clothesline.
All right, dope.
Yeah.
Specialty at the lifted.
Just wouldn't be right if I didn't. You know what I mean? This is the meathead clothesline here.
Hey, gotta let it air out.
Gotta be able to read it too, you know what I'm saying? Get back up. All right, let's do this. So a lot of people do weighted on here. And I did some weighted ones while I was bulking, but honestly, if you're doing these right, body weight's gonna be plenty. We're gonna do volume. So we'll do, you can split it up. I'm gonna let you guys pick. I want you to get 100 reps in, and you can break that up into as many sets as you want. I like to go 4 sets of 25 or 5 sets of 20, but you can break it up into more sets if you need to. So what you want to make sure you're doing is not using your arms and swinging and doing random things. It's going to be a very controlled motion. So what I like to even do is bring my arms out, my elbows out, and feel my abs working, and I can feel them contract and stretch, and I can feel them working, so I know that I'm doing it right. So when you come down, you're stabilizing yourself with your core, you're letting yourself down slowly. You don't want to come down and lay down. But when you get to the bottom, you're keeping that tension on your abs. You want to crunch, come up, squeeze. Stretch, crunch, squeeze. You see a lot of people too put your hands behind your head, which is fine. It actually adds more weight to where you're having to lift it, but just make sure you're not pulling on your neck. Because I did that before, and I strained the muscle in the back of my neck. Yeah, I used to do that.
That's embarrassing.
Back in my noob days, when I was just trying to rep them out, do like 500 on here because I wanted shredded abs. All right, the next one I'm gonna show you guys is hanging leg raises, or I guess knee raises. This is gonna be the variation. The reason why I like to do knee raises is I actually feel like, even though the leg raises are probably technically more difficult, I feel like when I'm doing knee raises, I feel the connection to my abs better. And it doesn't put as much tension on my lower back. So if you're at your gym, there's a lot of gyms that have the little thing where you can put your elbows on the pads.
Romanian chair.
There's the little grips. Huh?
Is that what it's called? Romanian chair, something like that?
Yeah, but I think those are actually chairs though.
No, where you hang with like the pads?
Oh, is that what it's called?
Maybe.
Anyways, Jorge
We'll see.
just threw in a random fact for you guys that seems like it was completely out of his ass.
Fact.
But anyways, it's where you can like hold yourself up with your elbows on there, and that's actually a lot easier because then you're not having to focus on actually holding yourself, and I feel like you're able to focus more on your abs, but we can do them hanging as well, and that's what we're gonna do today. So you can grab whatever grip you want. I like doing the outside right here, because when I go like this, it's uncomfortable. No, I choke myself on my boobs. All right, I'm not even that
What's
big.
an active, bro?
Just choke my... All right, and then your other workout is to laugh while you do it, because that'll get your abs going too. We're here to have fun. All right. So like I was saying, you can either do them where you keep your legs straight and do leg raises, but I feel a lot of that in my lower back. So I like to just do knee raises here, really squeeze them, stretch your abs out, control, bring them up, squeeze, stretch, break them up however you need to, and that'll be fine. Before we go into the next exercise, I want to explain something to you guys really quick that's really important. I want to make sure that you don't get confused on this. We are training our abs, just like another muscle group, to develop, tone, strengthen that muscle. When you train your abs, you're not going to be targeting belly fat. I know that seems like it should work that way, but sadly it doesn't. I wish it did, but it doesn't. Your belly fat might be the last thing that goes. It might be the first thing that goes. Everybody is different on how their body stores fat, where they store it, how quickly they burn it, what they burn first. It's just how it is. So if you're wanting the belly fat to go away, and for all the hard work that you're doing right now on your abs to show, that's gonna come from your diet. So make sure you don't get that confused. You're like, hey, I've been doing abs 5 times a week. I've been doing everything you said, but I still have belly fat. That's because your diet's not right. You can still have abs and not even train abs, because if you're training legs, you're doing squats. If you're doing a lot of different back workouts, a lot of different, or even chest, we're doing bench press, you're using your core to really balance, and your core is engaged if you're doing the movements properly. So as long as you're dieting, you're still gonna have abs, but it doesn't work the other way around. If you're doing abs and not dieting, you're not gonna be able to see them. So make sure you have that straight. Next thing we're gonna do is, I'm gonna grab it. It's an ab rolling machine. I like it better because it's designed specifically to do ab rolls on. But if you don't have it, I'm gonna show you that in a second. I'm gonna show you this first. You can actually take a barbell or even a little curl bar and put, whether it's 10-pound weights, 25-pound plate, or something on the side of it, and use it for that same movement and that same movement and motion that we're gonna be doing with the ab roller. All right, so this is the ab roller.
A lot of laughing here, bro.
Huh?
Doing a lot of laughing here.
I know. That's how we're gonna get shredded.
Is that exercise number 5?
Well, someday. Right now, I'm not there yet. We'll get there soon. This is the ab roller I was talking about. I've actually had this for forever. We just ordered mats to use. So today we're gonna use this shitty towel, but that's all right.
Pretty bougie.
Whatever gets the job done. And what you're gonna be doing is making sure that you're taking your arms. You don't wanna be pulling these back in with your lats or with your arms or your triceps. You're supporting yourself, you're building a frame here, and then everything else is gonna be your abs. So you're going out, you feel your abs stretch, you're supporting yourself. You can already see that shake starting because I'm already sore from the other ones. Contract, pull your abs in. As a beginner, I would suggest maybe starting out by not going so far out. You can still get a pretty good ab workout by keeping it relatively close, keeping that tension on your abs. It's a little bit easier on your lower back. But if you need more of a challenge, you can lay all the way out as flat as you want. Make sure you're not just laying on the ground. That's defeating the whole purpose. I've seen
Smacking your chest on the floor.
things you see in public gyms, man. But we're not talking shit. They might not know any better, and hopefully someone, or they watch this video and then they know. All right, so coming all the way out, keeping that tension on my abs, contracting, squeezing, just like that. We're gonna get 100 reps on these. I'm gonna go 4 sets of 25 on this. Oh, those are rough. I just want to reiterate one more time, make sure that you're really focusing on your form on these. Don't go too fast, just flying through them, trying to get them done. Yeah, it's harder to go slow, but it's harder because it's more effective and it's better for your form. So make sure you're doing those right with your form. All right, last thing we're gonna do is we've done 3 exercises. We did 100 reps there, we did 50 reps there, we did 100 here. We're already 250 reps in. I feel pretty good about that. So the last thing we're gonna end with is a plank. Now, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to start incorporating this ab routine 2 times. You don't need to be doing this every day. It's just, your abs are like every other muscle group. They need time to recover, to grow, after you break that muscle tissue down to repair properly. I want you to do this 2 times a week. Do it on with your arm day and do it with like a shoulder day or something like that. I wouldn't do it with back. I like doing planks with back, but I don't like doing a full ab workout. I wouldn't do it with legs. But just pick a day where you feel like it's a good fit for you. And I want you to do this twice. And then what I want you to do for this plank is I want you to go till failure each time. And as you progress and you're doing this multiple times a week, your time should start to get better. So I want you to remember, keep a note in your phone or whatever of what you got the time before, and then your goal for the next workout is to beat that. So you can do planks a number of ways. You can do them like this, but I feel like this, you start to burn out more on your triceps and your shoulders, and we're focusing on our abs today. So instead of doing that, we're gonna do a traditional plank where you're on your elbows. Make sure your butt's not up in the air like that. Make sure it's not sagging down, putting tension on your lower back. You're gonna try to stay as flat as you possibly can. Feel your core tighten, flex your abs, and just hold it there. How long is that, Jorge? Like an hour and a half?
All right. My watch isn't working. There it is.
That sounds about right. Last week with the shred check-in we did shoulders last week, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna weigh in right now for you guys real quick, see where we're at today. So you'll see as I progress through this. I don't really like when, I'm not knocking on anybody, but I don't like when someone is wanting to, they're doing their shred or their bulk or whatever, and then you see the before and the after, but you don't really see what happened in between to make it possible. So that's what I want to make sure you guys see that.
Document it.
205. What was I last week? 207?
206, 207.
Yeah, 207. I think I was 206.8 on that last video.
Yep.
So It's only 2 pounds in a week, but I have gotten leaner, my shape in the mirror and everything. And I'm not really focusing, I'm showing you guys a scale as a unit of measurement, but really I'm not focusing on the scale. I said that to you guys a couple videos ago. I'm focusing more on what the mirror looks like. I'm taking more calories in this shred, being more strategic with it. So, I think that's all I got for you guys for this video. I don't want this one to get too long. Make sure you're subscribed and looking for the next motivational video that's coming out. The one that's gonna be out on Monday, that's actually gonna be a workout motivation video. So my goal for that one is whenever you don't feel like working out, you know, you feel tired, you had a long day at work, you're like, oh, I don't really wanna go, the pre-workout's not necessarily just giving you enough, that the combination of taking your pre-workout and watching that video gets you fired up and ready to hit the gym every single time. So that's the end of this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next one. Oh yeah, put on my video alerts. Like, make sure you do that. That's important, right? How do you do that? You know how to do that?
Click the bell.
The bell?
The bell.
And then also set an actual timer.
Set a timer on your phone.
On your phone?
Yep.
Your oven? Microwave?
Yep.
What else? Analog clock? Your body clock?
Your Apple Watch.
Everything.
Rolex.
Set all of them. Plain Jane. Out of Mark.